I think we've pointed out that all this information that's being disseminated is outside the normal practice of open records request and the normal practice of the office.
Right.
So there are some law firms that have this information. The employees that were maybe associated in and with any of this thing could potentially have it. It could be in personnel files. But in our office, we transfer people from time to time. So people move through. And in 6 years, I'm going to appeal to you that, like internal affairs, we've had a lot of people in internal affairs. That's a highly secured area. If people, I never have access to internal affairs. I couldn't get anything out of there. Even at my rank in the office, I have no ability to get anything out of internal affairs. I have to call and ask.
It's sealed.
Okay, it's sealed. But if I got transferred to internal affairs, I have access to everything in internal affairs.
Right. Okay.
So I guess it comes down to the integrity of the people that have worked in our office. If people have chosen to make copies and take things, then how do you control that? If they've had access to it, had the ability to it, and again, we question the authenticity, we question where the documents are coming from, and if people have leaked these documents or they've given these documents not in accordance with the policies and how we disseminate documents and not in accordance with the open records request, I'm not sure how to tell you that they got out. I'm not sure even how to tell you where they are. I will tell you that times of memos, not every memo goes to a personnel file unless it indicates personnel file.
Okay.
So a lot of times they'll keep it in a field file. Supervisor will keep the memos that he's had between his subordinates, like the memo that went out on the news last night. That was from a sergeant to a captain. If that captain maintained that and took it when he left, he no longer works for us. But if he would have took all his files when he left and that was a document he would have had, he could have easily given that to the media, where it would not have gone through our proper channels. Does that make sense?
Kitch doesn't work for you guys anymore?
Kitch does, Merchant does.
Oh, gotcha.